What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Carly. I am a labor and postpartum doula, and I create content all about pregnancy and labor and motherhood and pretty much everything that falls in between. And I'm being quiet right now because it is currently nap time. Everybody in my house is sleeping and taking a nap, and today is a work day for me. So if you're new here, I have a almost 2-year-old son named Wilder. And I am also a full-time doula. I create content here on YouTube about all the things I just mentioned, but first and foremost, in person, I support people as a birth doula. And I've made a couple of these videos before, kind of doing like a day in the life as a doula type situation, and you guys really enjoyed them. So I figured I would do another one today because it is Saturday, and Saturday is the day where I do most of my work like in person, because it's when Drew is available to watch Wilder. And today I wanted to answer a couple of super common, frequently asked questions that I get about being a doula from you guys. I know there are so many of you who are interested in becoming a birth worker and interested in doula work as a whole. So I figured today would be a good day to answer those questions for you guys, and also just kind of take you along as I am working today and just the different things that I do as a full-time doula. But for starters, I am gonna get ready and put some makeup on. If you are not yet already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you as a part of this empowering community, and definitely give this video a big thumbs up if you are enjoying it so far and you enjoy seeing content about like day in the life as a doula type stuff. Also, I get questions every single time I make a video about my makeup routine and like what I'm using and all that kind of stuff. I will have a link in the description box with a link to every single product that I am currently using on my face. I do the exact same thing basically every single day. So if you're curious to know like what products I'm using, there will be a link for it down below if you would like to know. With the magic of editing, I am going to go ahead and get ready, and the next time you see me, I'll be ready to go for the day. Ready to go. I need to go and get all of my stuff so that we can get out the door and get over to my first prenatal of the day. It is a hot one today, you guys. So I am headed to a second prenatal appointment. So this is with a client who I've already met with before, but this is with a client who is due in about a month. I always do my second prenatal appointment around 37 weeks. I just find 37 weeks is the best time for the second prenatal because it's much closer to the actual labor, and it is a chance for us to just talk about things almost like, I mean, it feels like it's happening sooner, you know, like when you're talking during the first prenatal, labor seems so far off that sometimes the information doesn't totally just click and hold as much, especially for a first-time parent. So we talk a lot about comfort measures and about what to expect during labor, when to have me come, what they're looking for, refreshing on their birth preferences, and just kind of chatting about what they're feeling as we get closer and closer to the actual main event of being in labor. Okay, so I just got done with the second prenatal for this client, and I was there for a little over 2 hours. So whenever I'm scheduling my prenatal appointments, I always schedule for between 2 to 3 hours to make sure that we have plenty of time to talk about everything that we want to talk about and go over the things that they have questions about, and just make sure that we have enough time to relax and chat and not rush through things. So I like to have that much time squared out, penciled in, I don't know. For postpartum visits, I do the same thing, 2 to 3 hours. Those generally end up being a little bit shorter, usually about 2 hours, unless somebody wants me to stay with the baby or something and they want to sleep or shower, then I'll stay a little bit longer, but generally those are around 2 hours as well. So just got done with that, and it is later in the day. I usually have my prenatals in the morning at 9 or 10 in the morning so that I can fit a couple of in a day, but today I only had one and it was in the afternoon, so we're coming up on on dinner time. So I'm waiting outside of a restaurant to pick up dinner for everybody tonight. Drew watches Wilder whenever I am doing doula stuff. So I like to pick up dinner on these nights because it's just nice to come home, have our like takeout. We try not to eat out too many times during the week, and the weekends always feel like a good time to do it, especially when it's been a long day of work. So I'm waiting for that. And while I'm waiting on my food, I wanted to answer a couple of frequently asked questions that I get about being a doula and about doula work in general. So the first one I always get is about childcare. A lot of people who are interested in becoming doulas have kids themselves. A lot of people who don't have kids themselves also want to be doulas. But for those of you who do have children, you always ask about childcare and how I manage. So if you are somebody who has children of your own and you are looking for guidance on how to be on call, for me personally, my husband and I have a schedule worked out that just works really well for us in our current season of life. He is in grad school right now. So the past year he's been working from home. He's been doing his school from home because of COVID. This year it'll look a little bit different because he'll be on campus again. But it's worked out really well for us because whenever I need to go to a birth, generally it's like in the middle of the night or early morning or something like that. So it's never like in the middle of the day. And he's able to stay with our son. However, there are definitely times during the week when he was unavailable too, like when he needed to be in class, and he's had work this summer. So whenever I'm on call for a client, I'm on call 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after someone's due date. So during those 2 weeks, I also have backup care that I have just in case Drew is unavailable to watch him. So you can do that with other doulas in your area, or just put out an ad on like your nanny page on Facebook for your area, and you can put an ad out for somebody who does on-call work. I have babysitters that I'll pay to be on call for me if I know that Drew's going to be unavailable, or if he's out of town, or if I really need backup care in that way. You can pay somebody, or you can just have like a list of people that you want to call. My number one recommendation is to make as many friends as you can so that you have options whenever it comes down to like an emergency situation, when you do need somebody to help you out and you don't have like your main person around to watch your children. Second question I always get asked is, how many births do I take a month? And before I got pregnant, this is a very different answer now. So before I got pregnant, I was happy to take 4 births a month. 5 would be a crazy busy month for me. But 4 births a month would be amazing whenever I wasn't pregnant. After getting pregnant, especially during the first trimester, it was really hard to balance things. I was doing postpartum work and I was going to births. And I found that even 3 births was a little too overwhelming. But I did 3 a couple of months. And now that I'm like further along into pregnancy, 2 is kind of what I've maxed out at. But that's just during pregnancy. Whenever I'm not pregnant or not in like the postpartum phase, 4 feels like a really solid number for me. 4 is really financially good for us. It's also really manageable as far as scheduling is concerned, and I don't feel too overwhelmed with 4. 2 or 3 is a lot easier to manage. 2 or 3 feels really good, but somewhere in that range, because there will be busier times of the year than other times, like August, September, July, even October. That kind of chunk of time is usually very, very busy. So I'm happy to take on more clients during that time of year, just because I know like November and December are probably going to be way less and I'll be on call less. I try to like push everything together so that whenever I am on call, I'm on call for multiple people. And it just like makes more sense. Another question I get asked often is what training did you do? What type of program did you use, and did you like it? I personally did my training through Doula International. I had a really great experience. I really liked it. There are tons of programs available to you though. You do not have to do Doula. Doula was one of the ones that just seemed like the biggest and most recognized, so I thought it was a really good place to start. But it really depends on your niche and what type of support you're wanting to give. If you're looking to do more holistic doula support, then there's tons of other options out there that aren't focused the way that Doula is. There are also lots of smaller programs. There are local programs. You don't have to have any certification to be a doula. And I don't even know, like for me, whenever I hired my doula, I don't think I asked her where she did her training. I just loved her as a person and like her energy and her thoughts and how she felt about birth. Those were all way more important to me as a birthing person to you know about than like where her training was. You know what I mean? So that's something to think about too. You as a doula are not defined by your training or your certification, and you do not have to pay a ton of money to become a doula when you already have a lot of what you need to be a doula within yourself. I'm not recommending that you just like willy-nilly become one, but it's not the end all be all. There are lots of options, lots of affordable options that are available to you if you're interested in pursuing doula work, but the cost of certification is keeping you from doing that. I think my food is ready, so I'm gonna go snag it. And morning, I am sitting down to do a little bit of work. It is the next day. It is the next day, and yesterday was a little bit of a lighter day. I only had one prenatal, so that was super nice. So I was able to come home, have dinner with the family, blah, blah, blah. But now Sundays are also, so Saturday and Sundays are like my two biggest work days. So yesterday, since I was out of the house doing work with clients in person, today is a day where I'm going to be focused more on like back end stuff, doing planning. It's the beginning of a new month. So at the beginning of the month, I like to sit down and make a plan for the entire month, everything that I need to do, who I'm on call for, the content that I need to make on YouTube and Instagram. And August is also a really busy month for us because we're traveling. Wilder is starting school in the fall, and he has like his first kind of like orientation type stuff in August. So we just have a lot of plans going on this month. So I need to sit down and work through those. I talk about these all of the time over on my Instagram. If you aren't following me on Instagram yet, head over there. I am always on stories every single day, chatting with you guys and showing just like little snippets of the day. But if you guys do not have a planner, first of all, I don't know how you exist. Second of all, you should look into Golden Coil. They are my all-time favorite planners. I've been using these for I think like 4 years now. This year I have 2 of them, and it has been such a game changer for my brain to have 2 different places to organize my thoughts, because I need to be able to like put my thoughts onto paper for personal stuff and for business stuff. So I have like a personal planner and then I have a business planner, and that has been very, very helpful as somebody who is running my own business, but also like I'm not really, my talents and my strong suits don't lie in productivity and organization. I mean, I'm good at organizing. I'm really bad at procrastinating. That's my biggest thing. So this helps me be really honest with myself and stay on track, because nobody's going to make me do anything. If you are a doula who is running your own business, like no one's going to hold you accountable for anything other than yourself. So you need to put things in place that help you out. And as somebody who's not like a productivity queen, this is really helpful. I love the beginning of a new month. It's my favorite time of the month. I just love like a fresh start and new and exciting stuff. And I'm really excited for August's content. Today, what my agenda looks like is sitting down to plan out all my content. I need to film a couple of videos today. I am pre-filming a couple of things because we're going to be traveling for a week. And I like to try and stay as consistent as I possibly can on my YouTube channel and make sure that my videos are going out every single week. I try to upload at least once a week. And I have been consistently doing like Tuesdays-ish as my uploading day. So I need to film a couple of videos so that I have those prepped and I can edit them while we're traveling. I've also had a ton of requests for the things that I use for my like birth preferences and my postpartum planning and like my pantry guide. And I am going to be I'm in the process of creating all of these online resources for you guys. So I am going to be working on that a lot today too, so that I hopefully can have that released for you very, very soon, so you guys can have access to that. And then I need to send some follow-up emails from my meeting yesterday. I need to send some prep emails for some other clients who are coming up on their due dates, and just kind of have a little bit of client interaction. But that is my plan for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little vlog, kind of seeing a day in the life as a doula. I love filming these for you guys because I know so many of you are interested in becoming doulas, and it seriously is such fulfilling work. It is my dream job and I love it so much. That's not to say that there aren't trying moments, but overall it is just one of the most fulfilling and happiest jobs I've ever done in my entire life, especially creating content here on YouTube. I so love creating content for you guys, and we just passed 10,000 subscribers, which is so freaking amazing, and it just warms my heart so much to have this like little community and corner on the internet with you guys. So thank you so much for being here and subscribing, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye.